Have you ever wondered what real strength truly looks like? No, I'm not referring to how much weight you can lift at the gym or how tough you seem when life gets chaotic. I'm talking about quiet strength, the kind that doesn't need to draw attention, doesn't feel the need to prove itself, yet stands unwavering when life throws its fiercest challenges at you. Picture this. You wake up every morning, even when exhaustion weighs you down, and you keep moving forward. When it feels like everything around you is crumbling, you remain grounded. This isn't the kind of strength that makes it into action films. It's about the quiet victories, the type of strength you might not even realize you possess. Today, we're not focusing on the obvious traits people associate with strength. Instead, I'll reveal 7 subtle signs that show you're genuinely strong, ready to uncover your inner, unshakable power. Let's embark on this journey together. 1. You confront your fears. Facing fears isn't something everyone can do, but you're different. If you choose to stand your ground instead of avoiding fear, that's a testament to your strength. Being strong doesn't mean never feeling afraid. It's about how you react when fear shows up. You understand that fear isn't the enemy, it's a challenge, and you rise to meet it. Think back to the last time you confronted your fears. Maybe it was speaking in front of an audience, taking on a high-stakes project, or rebuilding after a setback. Even with your heart pounding and your hands trembling, you took one step after another. And what happened? Not only did you conquer your fear, but you also unlocked a deeper level of confidence and strength within yourself. Stoic philosophy teaches us that fear isn't a wall, it's a stepping stone. By facing your fears, you don't just overcome them, you move closer to opportunities, growth, and the person you're meant to become. Every time you tell yourself, "I've got this," you're not just silencing fear, you're inspiring others to see that real strength isn't about never being scared. It's about how you stand up in the face of it. Strong people don't let fear dictate their path. They recognize that the whispers of doubt, "What if I fail?" or "What if I'm not good enough?" aren't truths but tests of their resolve. Instead of letting those doubts hold them back, they transform them into fuel for progress. So if you're someone who chooses to face your fears, take pride in it. It's not just bravery, it's a sign that you're capable of overcoming anything. With each fear you confront, you're building resilience and growing into a stronger, more empowered version of yourself. That right there is true strength. 2. You take responsibility for your actions. Owning up to your actions is one of the clearest markers of true strength. It's not about striving for perfection or avoiding mistakes. It's about acknowledging them when they happen. And if this is something you do, let me assure you, you're stronger than you think. Consider how many people shy away from responsibility. They blame others, their circumstances, or external factors to shield themselves from criticism. It may feel easier in the moment, but it ultimately keeps them stuck. Not you. You dare to look in the mirror and say, "This one's on me." That takes extraordinary strength. When you take responsibility, you're reclaiming control over your life. Instead of being a victim of circumstances, you're saying, "I have the power to fix this." Each mistake becomes a chance to learn, and every misstep becomes an opportunity for growth. That's resilience, that's wisdom, and that's what sets you apart. Taking ownership also earns respect. When people see that you're willing to admit your mistakes and work to correct them, they trust and admire you more. You lead by example, showing others that real strength isn't about avoiding failure, but learning and growing from it. As Stoic philosophy reminds us, strength is found in how we respond to challenges. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you take responsibility, you're not just accepting your flaws, you're using them to build something greater. So the next time you own up to a mistake, remember this. It's not just a sign of strength, it's a testament to your character. You're showing that you're not afraid to grow, adapt, and thrive. And that's what makes you truly strong. 3. You set boundaries even when it's difficult. It takes incredible strength to say no when everything around you screams yes. Setting boundaries isn't about being selfish or unkind. It's about protecting your energy, your time, and your mental well-being. And if you're someone who values yourself enough to set boundaries, you're demonstrating a profound inner strength. Think about it. How many times have you felt pressured to please others at the expense of your happiness? Society often glorifies self-sacrifice, but here's the truth. When you overextend yourself, you're not helping anyone in the long run. True strength lies in recognizing your limits and honoring them. Setting boundaries isn't easy. It can feel uncomfortable to disappoint others or risk being misunderstood. But you've learned that saying no to what doesn't serve you is ultimately saying yes to yourself. It's not just an act of self-preservation, it's an act of self-respect. When you set boundaries, you're teaching others how to treat you. You're showing them that your time and energy are valuable, and that's something only truly strong people can do. You don't allow guilt or fear of judgment to dictate your choices. Instead, you prioritize your well-being so you can show up as your best self, for yourself and for those who truly matter. Remember, setting boundaries isn't about building walls to keep people out. It's about creating space to thrive. Every no you say with intention paves the way for a stronger, healthier version of you. 4. You embrace vulnerability. For so long, vulnerability has been misunderstood as a weakness. But the truth? It's one of the greatest indicators of strength. Being vulnerable means allowing yourself to be seen, flaws, fears, and all, and that takes courage. When you open up about your struggles or ask for help, you're not showing weakness. You're showing bravery. It's easy to put on a mask and pretend everything's fine, but it takes real strength to say, I'm not okay, and that's okay. Vulnerability creates connection. It allows others to see the real you, not some polished, perfect version you think the world wants to see. Strong people know that vulnerability isn't a sign of defeat. It's a sign of authenticity. It's saying, this is who I am and I'm proud of it. And by being vulnerable, you inspire others to do the same. You give them permission to let down their walls and embrace their humanity. As Brené Brown said, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. When you embrace vulnerability, you unlock doors to growth and deeper relationships. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And if you're someone who dares to be vulnerable, know this: you're not weak, you're courageous. 5. You keep going, even when the path is unclear. Life doesn't come with a map, and sometimes the road ahead feels like uncharted territory. But if you keep moving forward, even when you don't have all the answers, that's a testament to your strength. Strong people don't wait for perfect conditions or guaranteed outcomes. They take the next step, even if it's a small one, and trust that they'll figure it out along the way. This kind of perseverance isn't flashy. It's not something the world applauds at the moment, but it's the quiet, steady determination that creates lasting change. Think about a time when you faced uncertainty. Maybe it was starting a new job, navigating a tough relationship, or chasing a dream. You didn't know how things would turn out, but you showed up anyway. And that's what sets you apart. You didn't let doubt paralyze you. You used it as fuel to keep going. Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. You embody this mindset by moving forward, even when the outcome is uncertain. You understand that strength isn't about having all the answers. It's about having the courage to take the next step, no matter how small. 6. You practice kindness, even when it's not easy. Kindness is often underestimated, but in a world that can be harsh and unforgiving, choosing kindness is an act of incredible strength. It's easy to respond to negativity with more negativity. It takes far more strength to choose compassion. When someone is rude to you and you respond with grace, that's strength. When you offer help to someone in need, even when you're struggling yourself, that's strength. Kindness isn't a weakness. It's a sign of resilience. It shows that you're not letting the world harden you. Strong people know that kindness isn't about being a pushover. It's about having the courage to stay true to your values, even when it's tempting to act otherwise. By choosing kindness, you're not just making the world a better place. You're proving that strength lies in love and understanding, not in anger or resentment. 7. You adapt to change. Change is one of life's only constants, yet it's something many people resist. But not you. You've learned to adapt, to embrace the unknown, and to grow through it. That's a rare and remarkable strength. Adapting to change doesn't mean you don't feel fear or uncertainty. It means you don't let those feelings stop you. You pivot, adjust, and find new ways forward. Every time you adapt, You're proving that you're not defined by your circumstances. You're defined by how you respond to them. Change is challenging, but it's also an opportunity. It pushes you out of your comfort zone and forces you to grow. And if you're someone who embraces change, you're not just strong, you're unstoppable. Closing. Strength isn't always loud or obvious. It doesn't always come with applause or recognition. Often it's quiet. It's found in the moments when you choose to keep going, to show kindness, to embrace vulnerability, or to set boundaries. It's in the way you adapt to life's challenges and stay true to yourself, no matter what. So if you've ever doubted your strength, take a moment to reflect on these 7 signs. Chances are, you're stronger than you think. And the best part? True strength isn't about perfection or never stumbling. It's about rising every time you fall. Remember, strength isn't just something you have. It's something you build day by day, choice by choice. And you, my friend, are stronger than you know.